Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to talk about love and marriage, Huntsville. Yeah, we're just gonna talk about the episode. Um, I took some notes. I only watched the episode once. Hopefully, I caught everything. Let's just start out with Martell and Melody. Melody, Melody and Tiffany meet up, and she tells Tiffany that she is having like a tea party. Basically, just something for the girls to get together. But she's having a tea party. Some woman is supposed to be coming from Atlanta to, I guess, give them a course in etiquette and effective communication. Um, Tiffany, let me say something. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm low key going up for Miss Tiffany. Now, I will say, Tiffany is clearly pregnant. Okay, and you don't want Tiffany to get her pressure raised, and something happened to Tiffany or the baby. But clearly Tiffany don't care about girl being pregnant, because when I tell you one thing about it, two things for sure, three things for certain, Miss Tiffany is in the mess. I said, girl, how you wait till you get pregnant for you to be girl? I'm low-key going up for Tiffany this season. I really am. I'm here for Tiffany. Now, I don't know if Tiffany is cutting up and acting a fool because she know that baby gonna stop her from getting popped. Okay? But I would have liked, this is the Tiffany that I wish would have come into the show. Not the Tiffany that came into the show, girl, using a child as a storyline. Ooh, girl, Miss Tiffany. Girl. I'm loving this Tiffany. I am. Um, But anyways, I don't think that anyone should hold back on Tiffany. If Tiffany's gonna have the mouth that she has this season, then they gonna have the mouth that they have back for Tiffany. So pregnant and all, Tiffany knows she pregnant. So whatever Tiffany got to say to me, I'm gonna say it back. Okay. Um, I'm saying if I was one of the women on the show. Um, Girl. Melody plays a clip of a conversation that she recorded. I know some of you hate when people record conversations. I don't record conversations, but she had a conversation of a that she recorded that happened between her daughter and Martell. I will say I was kind of like, ugh. I was kind of squirming in my seat a little bit, listening to the conversation that was taking place between the daughter and the father. Well, Mariah, I think it's Mariah, one of the children. I don't know, girl, one of the children, and Martell. But past that, Martell came down to that party knowing that he was not invited. And then when Melody tells him that you can get the kids after I throw my party, because like I said last week, we're not going to sit here and act like people don't throw their kids, people who may be not on the best page when it comes to co-parenting, that they don't throw separate parties. We heard of Kim and Kanye doing it. It happens all the time. And a child does not care that they're being celebrated twice. Okay? So if a kid knows he's having, or she's having, or they are having two birthday parties, you think they really care? That's more presents, more cake. Okay. Um, I told y'all that Martell did not care about celebrating his kid's birthday, because if he did, he wouldn't have told his child that he'll get her on Monday. Now, this is what y'all were telling me in the comments section. I don't know if this is true or not, but allegedly Martell the same day had to hightail it to Atlanta to shoot Real Housewives of Atlanta with Sheree. So if Martell was really serious about celebrating his daughter or his daughters, because she combined the parties together, then he would have celebrated them after 1 p.m. Because if you go back and watch the episode, that sound on that door said 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. private event. So he had the rest of the day to do whatever he wanted to do with his kids. But he didn't care about that. He didn't care. He didn't care. Martell just wanted to come down to that skating rink and start some chaos and confusion and then leave. And to probably see if it was a man down there around his kids. Let's call a thing a thing. Martell later meets up with Maurice. And Maurice was basically telling them that they're going to have to basically find a way to get it together. Listen, y'all, I say this every week. Y'all know Melody is not my favorite person. However, correct me if I'm wrong. To me, last year, Melody offering an invitation for him to come down to Florida on the family vacation, I think that was a way of Melody trying to be the bigger person, even though she ain't got to. That was her way of trying to be the bigger person and extend an olive branch to Martell. You know what Martell did with the olive branch? He snatched it, broke it in half, and now he's trying to take her kids. Their kids. It's never going to be okay between Melody and Martell until Martell stops the bullshit. And they're always going to be in a bad place. They're always going to be in a bad place. They're always going to be in a bad place. I just think Martell is hard. I just think Martell is trash. I do. I really do. I don't understand people who defend Martell. I don't know how you could watch this show from seasons 1 up until now and you have anywhere in your body, girl, to come up with a defense for Martell Holt. I just don't get it. Now, is Melody this angel walking? Absolutely not. Please don't get it twisted. But that Martell, to me, Martell is like hell on wheels. And I don't think that he likes to take accountability. We know he doesn't. It's Melody's fault that they got a divorce because Melody didn't want to give him no head. Whatever Martell was saying. I'm done talking about Melody and Martell. Kimmy and Maurice. Kimmy wants Maurice to enforce whatever rules that she has in place for Monster, right? She needs some backup. So basically, I got from what Kimmy was trying to say is if I tell him to go clean his room and he don't clean it, I need you to come behind me and say, go clean your room. Right? That's what I pretty much got what Kimmy was saying. It sounds like to me that Maurice just wanted Monster to come and live with him for the sake of saying that my son lives with me, but he wants to put the responsibility of raising Monster all onto Kimmy. If it don't have nothing to do with going outside and throwing a football around, playing basketball, talking to him about girls, teaching him how to drive, then the rest of it is up to Kimmy. Let me just say something. Kimmy was right in everything she was saying. I don't know how Kimmy dealt with Maurice. I'm just gonna be honest because Kimmy gives me Kimmy does not have an issue with communication. She's straightforward with what she says. She's very articulate. It's very, this is what it is, right? I don't think that Kimmy leaves any room for interpretation when she speaks. So I think it's always frustrating to me when I see Kimmy and Maurice communicating and Maurice takes something completely different from the conversation than what Kimmy said. And I'm like, girl, what am I watching? Girl, because girl, maybe I didn't see, what am I watching? You know what I'm saying? Kimmy is not that boy's mama. I'm about to say something that's about to probably piss a lot of y'all off, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. You could be a stepmama, a stepdaddy, a bonus mama, bonus daddy, girl, an angel from above, whatever you want to call yourself. If you come into a situation and someone has a child and both parents are living and both parents are in that child's life and you didn't come into the situation on the best page with that person's baby daddy or baby mama, until you get in a decent place with that person, what you got to say really don't mean shit. And Kimmy pretty much knows that. At the end of the day, I can say what I say, but what you got to say and what Kaya will say gonna always outrank what I have to say. And that's just the truth. Unless you're in a situation like Will, Jada, and Will Smith's ex-wife, where girl, everybody kind of like kumbaya, my lord, and you better do what she say, then girl, that's fine. But if you're not in that situation, and a lot of people are not, then girl, it's only so much I can do. It's only so much I can tell your son. That's not my child. I'm sorry. It's not. That's not Monster is not Kimmy's child. And she knows that. And that's exactly why she moves the way that she moves. I can discipline him so much. I can only say so much without it causing any extra friction between me and your ex-wife. Now, it seems like from the conversation that Kiowa, then he picks up the phone and then he calls Kiowa. Why are you calling Kiowa? This ain't even got nothing to do with, this got to do with you. All I'm saying is when I do say something to Maurice Jr., I need you to back me up. You ain't got to call Kiowa. But now that you calling Kiowa pretty much agreeing with what Kimmy said. Kiowa don't care that Kimmy disciplines Monster as long as in a way that she disciplines. So basically, I don't put my hands on my son, so you better not put your hands on my son either. Right? I think that Kiowa and Kimmy are in a better place. It sounds like it, the way that they communicated on the phone. I just think that Maurice is one of those people who just wanted his son to come live with him, but for the most part, he wants Kimmy to basically raise his son. And then when Kimmy kind of says what she says, he kind of takes it as, oh, you must be scared of Kiowa. That's what I took Maurice was saying. How y'all take it? Anyways, girl. The tea party. They have a tea party. I told you Mel was throwing a tea party for the ladies. They all come. You would think that, girl, the men would be there too, because wasn't they ass as the one I saw last year at Madonna, girl, knocking each other upside the heads, girl, almost breaking, girl, almost turning that woman's stove up. So, girl, you want to talk about somebody who needs to learn how communication, girl, it's them niggas, because them was the ones out there acting a complete fool. Anyways, I think I've been pretty consistent with how I feel about parents getting into the mess. I don't care if it's Stormy's mama. I don't care if it's Wanda. I don't care if it's Mama Joyce. I don't care who it is. I think that the parents should stay out of the mess. Did Betty did it make sense what Stormy's mama was saying? Yes, it did. Basically, if you're supposed to be my friend, if you're supposed to be my daughter's homegirl or friend or whatever, and you see that my daughter is getting attacked, why can't you just come out and say, hey, y'all, it wasn't Stormy? That's that sneaky shit I be talking about Mel be doing. That when I say I don't like Mel's personality, that's what the fuck I be talking about. Okay? She do sneaky shit. Mel know exactly what she's doing. So I got what Miss Betty was saying. But I also felt like Girl, listen. Everybody in that room is grown. I don't play the whole just because a woman or a man is older, that means that you automatically have to respect them. If I'm in a room with a bunch of men, right, and me and one of the guys in the room may not be on the best page, and then his daddy speaks up, I'm going to speak to his daddy like a motherfucking man. Daddy could be 60 or 70. I'm going to try to tell you, hey, girl, you need to get your daddy, girl. Girl, get your daddy, girl. So all I'm saying is Miss Betty wants to start talking to Melody crazy. If Melody hauls back and cusses the dog shit out of Betty, then Stormy gonna be mad. You see, Stormy was already getting worked up because Nell was speaking. And Nell and Betty look like they're around the same age. So you know if she was already getting worked up over Nell saying what she said, and Nell didn't even say nothing disrespectful to Betty Sue. Okay? Then you know Stormy would have been pissed off if Melody would have started treating Betty like Melody started treating Wanda when she stopped fucking with Tisha. So all I want is the mamas to just shut up and be quiet and not get involved, because it does take stuff, all the daddies, whoever, because it does take a situation from here to here, and it doesn't need to get to here. Just let your grown-ass children handle their business. Stormy ain't no dummy. She can't be not running no multi-million-dollar business. Hello? Stormy gonna be all right. I need Miss Betty to be quiet. I do. And that goes for Betty. That goes for Mama Joyce. That goes for Miss Wanda. That goes for all of them, mamas and daddies, everybody. Stay out of it. Girl, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Just stay out of it. That's it. Tiffany and Kiki. This is the thing. Tiffany was right. I'm sorry, y'all. Tiffany was right because, okay, Tiffany basically based her opinion off of Kiki, off of how she saw Kiki moving with Tisha. Tiffany says basically, I don't know you like that, but once I saw how you treated your cousin / sister, I realized that I don't want to be in a communication with you. Because if you'll do that to her, then you'll do that to me. Now, some people would say, right, you get to know a person for how they are and how they treat you. Especially when it comes to the reality TV stuff, right? But on the flip side, it's like, if I see how someone moves in these streets, and if I see how someone moves when it comes to dealing with their cousins or their family member, someone who they consider their sister, if I'm looking at them like, "Ooh, girl, look how she dogging her out," or "Look what she doing to her," then why do I need to get to know her? Because girl, I'm seeing what I need to. I'm seeing how you move. So if you treat that heifer like that, and that's someone who you call your sister, then girl, how you gonna treat me if we get into conflict? So therefore, I see how you move, girl. That's enough for me. I don't want to deal with you. That's what I think Tiffany was saying, and I'm okay with that. I see how you treat your cousin. I see you messy as hell. So therefore, girl, I don't need to be in communication with you. Kiki says that I know you because my son, what she said, her stepson, her son? I don't know, child. Somebody, I think, what she said, her son? A cousin? I don't know, girl. Basically, she said that she knows Tiffany because I want to say she said son. Or her stepson plays with Lewis. I think Lewis has a baseball team. And how they sat and talked, and how Tiffany talked to her mother, how Tiffany talked to Kiki's mother for hours at the game. And girl, that don't mean I know you though, girl. That mean that me and your son that my son and your son play on the same baseball team, girl. We were sitting down at the park. Girl, hey, how you doing, girl? Blah, 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 blah. But I get to see you in true, real action, right? She also says that Tiffany, that she tried to help Tiffany look for her father. See, this is why I'm Team Tiffany. I'm sorry, y'all. I know some of y'all don't like Tiffany. I'm Team Tiffany because you didn't like it. It's what it sounds like to me is Melody was already helping Tiffany locate her father, and she just invited you down there to shoot that day. And because I guess you know people in the town where her father, I guess, is supposedly residing. But I don't. But that wasn't Tiffany though. That was Melody. You see what I'm saying? Like, girl, I didn't invite you down there. Girl, you didn't help me look for my goddamn daddy. Girl, you came down and told me, girl, you know some people in Utah. That's it. then here go Kiki. Um she says she takes a dig at Tiffany, basically, long story short. She basically says, I know who my dad is. Wait, I've always known who my dad is. And everybody's like, whoa, 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 whoa. That was low. But then this is not Tiffany. Kiki did what the people do. That wasn't a dig. Kiki. I'm glad Kimmy was like, girl. Like, I think most people at the table were like, girl. Like, let Kiki gonna say what she want to say, which is fine. But don't Kiki. That was a dig. You know it was a dig. It is what it is. You know, you were pissed off at Tiffany because you feel like Tiffany is playing games with you, even though I feel like Tiffany not playing games with Kiki. I think Tiffany really looked at Kiki like, girl, you a mess, girl. I don't want to get to know you. Yeah, me and your son, my son and your son play baseball together, but girl, outside of that, girl, I don't fool with you like that. I've heard from Miss Tiffany this season. And you know it's so crazy, girl. This is the best that Tiffany done ever looked pregnant. Girl, I need Tiffany to stay pregnant as long as you're on my TV screen. I said, Tiffany is so pretty. Like, Tiffany's always been a pretty girl to me. But she looks really, 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 really pretty to me while she's pregnant. And I like her attitude. Girl, what she say? When Kiki said, let me educate you. And then Tiffany said, I don't need to be educated by you. And then Tiffany was like, then Kiki started talking, and Tiffany was like, mm-mm, mm-mm. But Tiffany was like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Like, girl, you can't tell me a fuck face. Oh, girl, I was over here giggling, girl. Anyway, y'all, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.